So I just got back from a round trip test ride that I would be on my commute to work, just to see how it did, how long it took, what the road was like, and wow. So it was 6.7 miles one way. Not a lot of red lights, but you know, I gotta dodge a few here and there. But overall the bike did great. So this is the first review of the CSC FT750ST, which is the step through. So I have about 35 miles on it now. And so here's my overall opinion of the bike. It's my first e-bike. Been riding road bikes for 30 years, raced mountain bike for 3 or 4. So I'm not new to bicycles, cycling. I love riding. My other bike is a Trek Checkpoint SL5 carbon gravel bike that I love. So I bought this just to commute to work. So why did I buy this? Well, you know, I started looking at all the brands out there, you know, the Rad bikes, the Ride One Up, Aventon, you know, the KBO. But for the money, $18.88 shipped, hydraulic disc brakes, 750 watt motor. You know, CSC is a motorcycle company, so I felt good dealing with somebody that's been around a while. Some of the other brands, you know, are really new, and I just really, other than Rad, I really probably would have bought a Rad had I not bought this. But anyway, just a couple points. First off, I think I have a warped rotor on the front, which I'm going to talk to them about tomorrow. Hopefully they'll send me a new one. It doesn't affect the ride, but you know, you can hear it scraping when you're going real slow, just at one spot. But the biggest complaint is that it takes almost a full revolution of the pedals before the assist kicks in. And I've heard, I think on the KBO, they did the same thing, but they've come out with an update to that. So anyway, the downside to that is that when you stop pedaling, it takes just as long for the assist to stop. So when you're coming up to a red light or stop sign, you got to be paying attention, because you know, if you want to stop quick, now of course the brakes will disengage it, but if you don't hit the brakes, you got another second or two of assist. It catches your attention. What else? So purchasing the bike and putting it together, pretty easy. No toolkit, no horn. You know, if you look on the other model, their website, you know, their owner's manual and their maintenance manual, when that bike is shipped, it comes with toolkit, comes with a horn, it comes with a bottle cage. This bike didn't come with any of that. Thank God I have a huge toolbox full of tools, and you know, I was able to put it together myself. One of the other nice features is that it has a through axle in the front, which is heavy duty. The bike is really heavy duty. There's no doubt about that. I think they said it weighs 73 pounds. I have not had a chance to weigh it yet, but I think it is every pound, every inch of, you know, it's every bit of 73 pounds. But, I mean, really, the bike, you know, I rode 15 miles yesterday. I used 1 bar out of 5 of the battery. Now, I just came back from this ride here, which was a little over 12, 13 miles, and I used 1 bar. However, going down a hill when you're coasting, the bar, it goes back to full charge. So I'm not sure if it's a regenerative braking or not. It's interesting how that works, but like right now, if I turned it on, it would have 5 bars, even though it probably is not fully charged, but still. So my guess is, like where I live, hills, I mean, it's not flat, it's not real mountainous, but there's a lot of hilly sections, steep, short hills. You know, I'll probably get 40, depends, 40 miles to a battery charge, full charge, but I don't know. Anyway, so the other thing is the display. Let's turn it on here. So when you look at the Okay, a couple things. It's not the same display it's in the owner's manual, or the maintenance manual for the other bikes. Every time you turn it on, it resets the trip meter. I'm not going to find out if there's any way to go back and find out what the total trip meter is, because I stopped for a few minutes, it shut itself off and came back on. When I turned it back on, it was 0. So I don't like that. It doesn't tell you your average speed. It doesn't have a clock. It would be nice if it would tell you the time, but you can see the battery is full. It defaults to 1 assist, 2 is standard, 3 is standard, 4 and 5 are power. You can see it's got a watts, total watts. And I actually, on some of the hills, I had this climbing at over 950 watts power. So the motor will put out that type of power. So it's a 750 watt motor, but it looks like it'll probably peak at 1,000. But anyway, so overall the bike is pretty comfortable. Yeah, it's just like everything else. The suspension seat post definitely will improve it. Pedals, I love them. I mean, they're nice, big, fat, big, wide platform, grippy. The gears, didn't have to do any adjustments to the gears. You know, the adjustable stem, not sure that's really necessary, but it is there. So overall, it's got a nice LED headlight. It's got an LED tail light and a brake light combination under there. So anyway, this is my first YouTube post, so bear with me, but I thought there's no videos out there on this bike at all. It's their newest model, other than they do have a cargo bike I think they just came out with. So anyway, it's got a heavy-duty suspension fork. I've been playing with the adjustments. So it's got rebound, spring tension. It's a hydraulic fork. I don't know, I've played with the adjustments. It don't seem to make a difference, but then again, I'm not off-road with it either. So you can see that orange O-ring on this leg, this side. I was curious why that's there. So they tell me it's there to see, you can see how much travel you're getting out of your suspension. So okay, I guess that's a lot of the downhill guys supposedly, they use that so they know how to adjust their forks. Don't think it's relevant on a fat tire e-bike, but anyway. So yeah, I like it. I'm glad I bought it. Got a couple issues to work out, but customer service with CSC has been great. They communicated with me every step of the way. I had a couple questions, spoke with their service department last week. Great guys, said call anytime, very helpful. So I would recommend it, no doubt about that. Just got a couple things we got to get worked out, mainly that pedaling, the assist kicking in too late and staying on. That's got to be resolved. I find that's a safety issue. Anyway, so let me know what you think. Leave me comments. Thanks.